All
Okay.
right. So, Angela, Lexi, The Amazing Race was an incredible journey for both of you. What were each of your personal highlights on the race?
Ooh. Okay, well, countless of highlights for me personally, but I think both of us just realized we have a lot more strength than us.
Oh, definitely.
And a lot more grit and a will to fight. We kind of got a little bit competitive with ourselves, but got closer in a
Yeah,
way.
I think we did. I think for me, that is a highlight. It's just getting closer with Lexi.
Yeah.
She is the baby, so I'm always like coveting her. But it was like roles were reversed a little bit, and she was encouraging and she was giving me words of affirmation. Like, we can do this. Let's go, mom. So I think to me, our bond got even stronger. So that's probably a highlight for me.
Huge highlight. And plus all the close relationships you get with the other racers.
Yeah.
You don't realize going through this challenge, it is so intense and you guys are
So
all
intense.
going through it together. And now we have lifelong friendships out of it as well.
Absolutely.
Who do you think you are the closest with of the other teams?
Don't do that to us.
Okay. They're all very up there with who we feel really close to.
But I have to say,
Kat and Alex. Kat and Alex. But another side note, we love Taylor and Kylan and
love Matt and Megan.
love Matt and Megan. So
I mean, we were in the trenches together.
we were in the trenches with
we
the
have
parade.
stories.
So,
I'm not going to ask the reverse. I'm not going to say who do you hate the most.
I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
So in episode 2, you went from the Netherlands to Prague. Unfortunately, you were last to the finish line. What would you say was your biggest downfall in the race?
Okay. Right off the bat, we thought we had a leg up, getting a train that could get us there at the same time of the first teams that arrived. Getting that train canceled and getting there hours later.
And being up against 3 other teams that were probably a lot more athletic than myself,
I mean,
was the biggest thing. And I don't even know that was our, there was nothing we could do in our control with that. The train simply just didn't come. So that's it. We were against bigger stacked teams.
That leg was a lot on foot. And me and you do not have the endurance to keep up and run. And of course, everyone's playing for their own game at the end of the day. And we didn't want to slow anyone down. But I do have to say, shout out to Matt and Megan.
They encouraged. They wanted to. So when we were on foot to the mat to fill, when we're on foot, and they kept looking behind and seeing that we were okay, checking on us. And I'm like, go, just go. Because we were the last 2.
Yeah.
But we were hopeful that it was a non-elimination leg and that Phil would say just that to us.
Yes.
How close would you say minute-wise you were behind them? Because it looked really close, but that could be the editing. I'm not sure.
Oh, it wasn't too bad. It was
more than 5-7 minutes.
Yeah, I believe about that.
Yeah.
Well, in the episode, Angela, you described yourself as a helicopter parent. And I'm curious, how did that work for or against you on the race?
I think for me going into the race, I knew that I was going to have to be reliant on Lexi a lot. This was, after all, a team effort. And so I needed to let go of the reins, so to speak, in a way to let her lead too. And honestly, it worked because she has a good head on her shoulders. And we were able to accomplish a lot more with her ideas than with mine. So it was hard for me, but I knew I needed to, because we were
credit.
No, I'm saying that, like, honestly, I needed to let her lead the way too. It couldn't just be me. I couldn't be coveting her. She had to help, and she did her part, and she did amazing. So for me, it was letting go, and then the growth that came out of it for Lexi and I.
Lexi, what was the one scene or the one moment that you wish The Amazing Race did not show on TV? Was there anything that just made you cringe?
Oh, okay. I don't have a pretty crying face. They didn't have to zoom so close in on that.
No.
But other than that, no. I mean, I wanted everybody to see the real, authentic side of what you go through on The Amazing Race. I mean, it's such an incredible journey, and you go through highs and lows. So it's okay that they showed my my crying face.
I could give a crap about that for me, but ask me the same question. And I will tell you, I
Mhm.
don't like when I said, Lexi, stop wiggling, stop wiggling. Like, really.
Like wiggling, okay? And that was a team effort there. God.
It was so bad. It was so bad. The tandem bite.
Of my nightmares.
Um,
Yes.
Lexi, you got to watch your mom on Big Brother, and what was it like now to be in the trenches with her on The Amazing Race?
Um, okay, yeah, that I feel like you hold on. Let me wrap my head around this. I watched you on Big Brother. How did I feel being now thrown into another show with you, pretty
Hmm.
much?
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I was excited to see her in action, you know? I live with her personality day to day, and it portrays just as much, I feel like, during it. You don't even notice that the cameras are there. You are authentic through and through. I was a little nervous because I know that there's some drama from the other people of her season. So I know there's some, you know, challenges they can throw us later on in the race. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you might have burned some bridges, Mom. But overall, it didn't really affect us at all.
No.
No.
I think she handled herself. I think she handled her own very, very well.
Mm. Well, Angela, you've done Big Brother, you've done The Amazing Race. What about Survivor? What about The Traitors? Do you have your eye on another competition?
All right. I would love, 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 love. And I know people know this in production to do Survivor. I know I could do it. I do have that burning little rumble in my gut that just says I need to do it. I need to do it. I am the queen of false realities. That's what Survivor is. I can do that. I can feel it in my bones that I could do Survivor. That island has never seen the likes of an Angela. So yeah,
That's for
I would
sure.
love to. And Traitors. I mean, come on. I am cut from a cloth to do Traitors.
Mm. Well, I'm curious for both of you, really. People on social media can be extremely negative sometimes. How do you deal with online haters? Do you have any advice out there for people on how to, cope with some of that negativity?
I think when people say a lot of mean things that are just so out of pocket, I think it comes from a place of hate in their heart that they don't feel that way about, or they feel that way about them. And I think they try to bring someone else down because they're not happy with themselves.
Yeah, I feel like people hide behind, I think also people hide behind, their phones and their devices, literally spilling meanness that's so unfortunate, and they don't need to do that. And honestly, what I do is I just choose not to look at it. I
Mm.
think that's the only way you can, because it's going to always be there. And it doesn't matter if you played the perfect game to this half of the house or this half of the world. You're going, someone's not going to like it. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do. They're going to pinpoint if that's in them, they're going to pinpoint it just because it's in them to do so. And that's unfortunate, but it's our world, and it's fine. We have more great people than we do people that are like that. So.
And it's very telling when they have no profile picture in a private account. So
truth, facts.
Well, before we go, I'm curious, what was the best thing you ate on the race in any of the countries you went to? And was there any charcuterie?
There wasn't charcuterie. But the best thing that I think we ate was we were in a train station and we stopped and we had some time to kill with the people that we were with, that last pack that we were with. And I was able to get the attendant to give us all free sandwiches and meats and cheeses. And these sandwiches were delicious, and free pastries and free sodas and cups of cappuccinos. All of it was free.
My favorite thing, I was so starving. We shared a Happy Meal.
Oh, we did. Because you don't know how much money you can spend. You're given a certain amount of money on the leg, and you don't know if you have taxis you have to do or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to budget. So the Happy Meal was good.
It hit so hard when we needed that.
Shout out to the Happy Meals.
Shout out.
Thank you both so much for chatting with us. I can't wait to see who wins the Amazing Race. Have a great day, okay?
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you.